Welcome to Q&A practice. Let's get started with some two-voice practice. We'll start with the defense. Get our fingers warmed up. Ready? Here we go. Who would care for the two children? My mother has offered to quit her job and take care of them. I believe that would be a good solution. Yet you previously stated that your mother wouldn't bring up the children in the manner in which you would like them brought up. I would still be there. You stated that you are out of town at least 1 or 2 days a week, and sometimes for extended periods of time of 4, 5, or 6 days. It is very rare instances that it is like that. What time do you get home in the evening? I get home at around 6 o'clock. What time do you leave in the morning? Around 7:30. What time do the children go to sleep? 9 or 9:30. So that would leave you approximately 2.5 hours to stay with the children each day, plus weekends. That's correct. But you stated that your mother would not be qualified, and you would not prefer your mother to care for the children if you and Sandra were deceased, right? Yet you will not be there for about 80% of the time. That's correct. So your mother would care for the children without your being around for a vast amount of the time, and the situation would be similar to when you went to visit the attorney last year? No, sir. Right now, you are trying to have your children in the care of your mother. They will have me there 3 hours a day, plus weekends. As a matter of fact, they don't have their mother there at all lately. She is gone 80% of the time, too. 80% of the time, their waking time. The children are left alone during that period of time with babysitters, with me, or by themselves. All right, let's do some voice practice. We'll start with the plaintiff. Ready? The pink area. I can answer your question you asked me about fences, though. There was a fence put up right here in the front here. I believe it was about 3-4 years ago. And the reason that fence was put up in that area right here is because the Elliots moved scaffolding on this area over here. That was the only area that didn't have fences on it at the time, and they wanted to close this in so nobody would have access to that scaffolding, so nobody could come in and steal it. And that's why that fence was put up. The 3 X's, excuse me, I'm sorry, it's not there. It's way over here. The fence they put up was right here. Put an X and an F. There was a fence. I take it back. I don't believe there was a fence all of the way down here. They put scaffolding and other materials. I think they bought it from a company that went broke up in Reading, a block company that brought all of the stuff, and they stored it in here and fenced it all in so that nobody could get into this area to steal their scaffolding or whatever else they had stored out there. That's the only time I've ever seen anybody use this piece here other than us since 1972. You've indicated an area, XF, which is the west end of the easement area. A fence was placed there, correct? Right. It was placed over the whole length. Put a bracket there. It would be the east side. It would be the east side, which would be the west side of Rancho. For clarification, because I think I misspoke, the fence was placed at the east end of the easement, correct? That's correct. Plus, it was placed on the east side of the lot, just south of the easement as well. Is that correct? Correct. Continuing all of the way down to Rancho Rio Liquor Store, which would be the southeast corner. Are you aware of any other fences which are around the easement area, around this area here, around the easement, the pink area? No, I'm not. Are there any fences there today? Not other than the broken down fence there. This fence is no longer there either. Is there any fencing currently on any sides of the easement area, with the exception of the south line of your property line? With the exception of this broken down fencing, there's nothing. Are you aware of the mobile home park? Yeah, it's up here. Is there any fencing today north of the mobile home park? I believe there's a fence on the top of the hill up there. So the south side of the easement area does have a fence near the mobile home park. It would be the south side of the easement. That's correct. And does that go all of the way to the west? And I couldn't tell you that. All right, that will conclude our Q&A practice.